everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to you. We're going to be reading for the lovely star sign of Sagittarius. So Sag, before we pull out your cards for the overall energy this week, because if you are new to my channel, I work with energies and also colours of the cards. So I sat quietly and the words I sort of had come through for you this week about your energies and what I felt were as follows, and it was: boom, at last a breakthrough. You find out a truth this week. Also a resolve on a problem from answers that you seek. The sun brings a smile back on your face, for which it's been a very long time. Don't feel obliged to say yes this week in order to cross the finishing line. So yeah, I just felt some of you maybe pressured a little bit this week for a decision. And it's like to say, if you don't feel like your heart's in it, or you don't feel it's right for you at this moment in time, then just speak your truth and say yes. On about truths, I just felt there was a breakthrough for some of you on an issue this week where you do find the truth about something, and it was like you had this sixth sense about it, and it's like that kind of reaction of I told you so. So yeah, and it says the sun brings a smile back on your face. So your own disposition, you're feeling a little bit more positive as we go into this week, Sag, which is always good. So let's have a look how your cards pan out this week and see what energies are around the lovely Saggies. So Spirit, what do we need to hear? What do we need to see? Please bring out the message for Sagittarius for me. So let's have a look what Spirit want to pass on to you this week, Sag. What have we got for the lovely Saggies? And we have the Six of Wands coming out in the starting position here. I'm just going to get another clarifier to go with that. When I look at the Six of Wands, because I said in my sort of meditative poetry where don't feel like you're obliged to say yes this week, it's as though someone is dangling a carrot or will dangle a carrot in front of you. Obviously, in the sense of this card, it's showing as a flower attracting the hummingbird. So I go on the sort of artwork of this card to say that something like a carrot is going to be dangled in a metaphorical sense in front of you to tempt you into saying yes. Now this could be in a job situation where somebody presents a package to you and you know they try and make it a little bit more attractive, and this is where the carrot comes in, carrot dangling in front of you. Oh, but if you take this, we'll promise you this, this and this. And it's like to say, well, actually I just need to think about it before I jump out of the frying pan into the fire type of scenario. So yeah, I just feel someone is sort of also giving you false promises, maybe leading you on down the garden path as well, if this is on a romantic for some of you out there, just trying to keep you interested when really at the end of the day they've got no real intentions of committing. So this is how this message is going for you this week. And we've got the Page of Swords. Okay, now the Page of Swords it's about the teachings of life, Sag, the teachings of the universe. We are forever learning on this 3D planet, and the Page of Swords comes out for you to say you have put a lot of work and study that you have done so far in your lifetime, but it's as though your wishes haven't materialised yet. So that is what I feel from the Page of Swords. It's like you've put a lot of hard work in and you've been the pupil, a good pupil in learning and studying, but the Page of Swords holding that dandelion seed there, it's as though for some of you, you've let opportunities pass you by, but that's through no fault of your own as well. And it comes out for some of you to say there's a crossroads here. Hence why the Six of Wands and the Page of Swords. Somebody could be saying to you, you need to continue on with studies. You need to continue on maybe gaining a few more qualifications. And you're standing there thinking, well, I don't fancy the idea of committing myself to further education when at the end of the day, I've got these wishes and aspirations that I want to chase for now. So there's this dilemma I feel with some of my Saggies. You've come to a crossroads and it'll be, where do I go from here? Do I go back into the educational field, or do I start to chase my dreams and wishes? Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups coming in, and that's a beautiful card, and it's as though you are going through a transformation yourself. Hence why I feel some of you had your life mapped out and you thought, yes, I'll do this and I'll be doing the other, and actually it's a total transformation. Hence the butterflies coming out of the cup here. To you, it's just like, I need to get a handle on my own life, not be tempted or led by others' influences. And this is where you have to stand in your own power this week, Sag, and think to yourself, I need to transform how my life is going. I don't feel I'm on the right path. I feel some of you really get a call in this week of, I need to focus, and transformation needs to come in here. So let's just get one more card before I look at your inner psyche. So what else have we got for the lovely Sagittarius spirit? And we've got the Hierophant, and again it's showing a owl, and she's sitting there as though she's taking in the information. I just feel some constraints around you this week. It's as though you've been here and you've gained knowledge. You've done well so far, but there's something anchoring away at you here, thinking, I'm letting my dreams and wishes just go by because I'm being lectured by other people of how to direct my life. And it's like to say, this week, Sag, you've got to put this transformation in, where I feel some of you want to get out of this. I feel like you've been caught up in a metaphorical sense where others have tried to direct you, dangling these carrots and saying, well, if you just do this and you do this and everything else, okay? But it's like you've stood there now and you're thinking, hang on, I've gone so far up here, but I'm just, my passions, what I feel in my heart, I'm not being true to myself. And that is why I always look at colours, and we've got red here. It's like a red flag to you of, I've got to do some changes. This is not me. I need to put some changes into my life. So let's have a look what your inner psyche is feeling this week. What have we got for the inner psyche spirit for the lovely Saggies? What do they need to hear? What do they need to see? Please bring out the card for Sagittarius for me. And we have the Ten of Earth. The Ten of Earth here is about your heart's desire. And it's saying you need to be loyal to yourself. In this scenario, we've got the dog, but I feel this card can interpret many stories and what have you, how it comes out in the spread. But for you this week, I feel it's saying you need to start and be loyal to yourself and follow your heart to earn how you feel your money should be earned, okay? And this is your focus, because if you look at the card here, she's truly focused on something. And all these cards so far, the message that I am pulling from them this week is about being loyal to you. Being loyal to you and being able to do what you love in order to be financially sound. Okay, so how does the universe see you this week, Sag? Let's have a look how the universe sees you down the camera lens this week. Oh, nearly on the floor, but it's jumped out, so let's have a look why that has jumped out of the pack. This is how the universe sees you. I'm sure you've had this quite a few times over the last few weeks, and it's time to wake up. You've been in this stagnant slumber. You've allowed others to sort of, as I said, tell you what to do, and the universe is saying it's the time now to wake up, Sag, and start to direct your life how you wish it to be. Okay, and the elements of the birds and the animals in this card can sense how you have felt in the past, especially like the fish, where you may have felt like a fish out of water. And then we've got the butterfly, which is obviously transformation, and then we've got the frog here, and I always look at the frog in leaping from one thing to another. So I feel like you've had your fingers in a lot of pies, but not really been happy enough to stay in one place. And the robin, I always look at spirit, and I feel like you can sense spirit around you. Some of my Saggies out there, and they draw close to you because it's like they are saying to you, or trying to show you signs and symbols of, you need to start doing this for yourself. Because the grasshopper and the insects obviously are portraying to me how you have been sort of flitting about from one thing to another. No real grounding, no real focus, okay? And the rat comes through as a symbol of gnawing. It's a symbolic symbol of things have been gnawing away at you in your deep inner conscience. Wondering to yourself, there's got to be more to this than what I'm currently doing. And it's just a stage coming in from the universe to say, it's time for transformation, it's time to wake up, and it's time to get grounded. Okay, so let's get a clarifier on that card for you, Sag. What else have we got for the lovely Sagittarius? And we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands comes in because there's some news going to be coming in around some of my Saggies, or if it's not you directly, it's good news from your friends or family unit that are close to you. There's some news that you want to shout off the rooftops. Now, this could be a relationship for some of you, where you've got with somebody and you're so happy, and it's like, I want to shout this from the rooftops because I feel like those are lovebirds there. But then for some of you on the general, I just feel there's some news coming in this week where you also want to shout how you feel, your decision basically, whether that is if you are wanting to leave a current position, or you want, you've decided to move areas. It's whatever decision you've had this aha moment, and it's as though you want to shout it out on the rooftops to everybody to know. So that's a positive card in its own way. Okay, wanting to shout something off the rooftops. And then we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man comes in for you, and this is where I feel you've been in this situation where others have been sort of telling you what to do and you've been stuck here. If you look at this card, the zip is starting to come down, starting to free yourself from, this shows a collection of birds here, and that this is what I feel as in, these are representing people around you, and it's like, you know, they want their voices heard, and they've kept you in this position, but you're starting to break free from the Hanged Man energy. So let's just have a look let's have a look at what your animal spirit cards come out as. What have we got for Sag in the animal spirit cards this week? And we have the fire ant, alchemical sign of fire, and we have the air sign of the dragonfly. And the fire ant, it's as though you have taken, or you will be taking, something apart. This is like your work ethic, your family ethic, your relationship. It's like you've got to get back to basics. And the dragonfly here is getting your own vision back. I also look at the third eye here, and the dragonfly, because its wings are so fragile, this is how your energy has been. You felt fragile, vulnerable, okay? But in order to get back on track, this is the fire ant energy that you will be taking on, Sag. You literally have to take it back to the nucleus and dissect your own life as it is in order to start afresh. Okay, so I feel like the decks are being cleared here, and yes, you will feel vulnerable and you will feel fragile, because you'll think to yourself, I haven't got a clue, you know, I've got this calling, but I haven't really got a clue that what is going to happen, but all I know is I am following my gut feeling. So let's just have a look at your messages from your guards and angels this week, and those in spirit. What messages do we want to pass on to Sag, please? And we've got strength. And they say strength comes from many sources, saying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. And they are supporting you with strength. They're trying to give you the strength here to go with your gut feeling. I always look at the solar plexus as well with the colour of orange, and it's saying, Spirit are coming through saying, go with your gut feeling. Okay, don't listen to others that have been sort of getting you caught up in a situation that you no longer want to be in. And it's like you can't see the wood for the trees, but once you start dissecting everything, okay, you will be able to free yourself. Hence the air energy. I feel like it's lightening the load up, and you will have the strength to work through this, whatever this is, but you will have the strength to work through it. So let's just get another card for you, Sag, before we wrap this reading up for this week. What else have we got for the lovely Sagittarius? And we've got the Magician. And the Magician comes in here. I always look at this card of, you have the magic within you. And people look at you sometimes, because she wears a dunce's cap, but sometimes this can give a message of you are the one that stops you from following your heart. Okay, you are not clever enough sometimes to see that you are your own failing. Okay, but there's something coming in this week. There's a new window of opportunity presenting itself, and it's like to say you've got the golden goose already. But don't let others treat you like a fool, okay? And I want to say there's some information coming in this week where somebody will say, whatever decision you make, it's that saying of, well, hats off to you. Hats off to you for taking that decision. Hats off to you for going down that route, okay? So, but the magic does lie within you. So you need to look and take a higher perspective of what is going on. As I said, we've got butterflies in this reading this week saying transformation is nigh for you, and you've got to take things apart in order to put yourself back together again. But for doing and following, as Spirit has said, following your own passions. So my lovely Sag, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. There could be additional messages there for you, and I will look forward to reading to you next time. So take care. Bye then.